extended second inning when he had to throw 29 pitches. So he is going to go, you would think 3, maybe 4 innings. Fromber ready to go, and we are underway. Lefty on lefty, first pitch swinging right back through the middle as Jeremy Pena is there to make the play. Fromber Valdez with a quick wake-up call in this one.
Offensively in the middle of that lineup.
Here's the other guy that was acquired for Trevor Rogers last year, and that is Connor Norby. He sends one to right, and that is going to be down in front of Chas McCormick. Chas plays it on a couple of bounces, so the Marlins coming out aggressively on Fromber Valdez. 2 balls put in play on the first pitch.
For the Astros this year.
0-2 pitch is swung on and tapped down the third baseline. This is a typical Fromber Valdez base hit allowed. Just about a 30-foot tapper up the third baseline. This happens to Fromber all the time. First and second with 1 out, and the 1-1 pitch is shot to the right side. It is gloved there by DeZenzo. His throw goes into left field, and that's going to score a run for the Marlins. Heading to third is Derek Hill as Yordan Alvarez runs the ball back into the infield. We mentioned Zach DeZenzo playing his first game on the infield. And Fromber misses up, and that'll load the bases. 30-pitch inning in the first, if possible. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Fromber picks up a big strikeout there, getting Hernandez for out number 2.
Start there and work lower.
Hit sharply and through the middle for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Everybody moves up 90 feet. They try and make the tag at second. Out at second base to end the inning. Mauricio Dubon and Luis Guillorme round out your Astros lineup. Jose Altuve takes a first pitch strike from the Marlins pitcher Xavier Curry.
Kind of floats between rotation and bullpen role.
Altuve putting the 0-1 pitch high in the air to center field. Playable though for Derek Hill. And that is out number 1. Altuve skies to center. 13 on the spring. 1 strikeout and 13 ABs. And he puts this one in play, but it's popped up on the first base side. Eric Waggaman drifts into foul territory and makes the play for out number 2. So goes after a pitch up, and Xavier Curry has a strong first inning. Would have made both runs unearned for Fromber. 0-2 pitch sent high in the air, wind blowing out that way, but Yordan looks like he has it under control and does. Makes the catch in front of the warning track. Back here at Dyken Park. 3-1 pitch is a little bit low. Fromber walks the number 9 hitter, Ronnie Simon. So that is a runner going, and the pitch is up and in. The throw is a little wide. Did Pena catch the tag? Yes, he did. He got the runner Simon on the back of the leg. Simon can't believe it.
This is a really nice play by Jeremy Pena. You can see the throw up the line a little bit, but what Jeremy Pena does is running down and in right underneath the swing of Stowers.
Fromber loses another batter. Back-to-back walks issued by Valdez.
Fromber, who was second in the league, and he got back to that a little bit last year, getting more ground balls.
This one's a fair ball down the third baseline past Guillorme. Yordan's going to have to really hustle to get it out of the corner. It won't be in time for the Marlins to score another run. That'll be an RBI double by Connor Norby, who's now 2 for 2 and drives in his 4th run of the spring to make it a 3-0 Marlins lead. Stowers and Waggaman, along with Hicks and Sanoa, were in that lineup. That's a fair ball. Hill never left the batter's box. Derek Hill standing there will now have to walk back to the dugout to start the second. And Yiner puts it in play, but he puts it in play at the center fielder. Derek Hill doesn't have to move very far. That's out number 1. Mac does have a couple of RBIs this spring. No walks and 7 strikeouts. Puts this one in play to left center field. Pretty well hit, but going back on it, Derek Hill. He'll make the play running towards the warning track. A couple of flyouts to center in this inning, and there's 2 away. 3-1 the count to Caratini. Victor's drawn 3 walks already this spring, but he puts this one in play. Skies it to right center. It'll be Derek Hill making all 3 plays in the inning as he puts it away for the final out.
Good. Working with Joe and all the coaching staff here, it's like being at home. It's we're all baseball people, and we all think alike, so it helps us being around good people and good baseball people. He's a great athlete, so his transition should be better and easier, smoother. But again, it's a lot of work. For me right now, I just say, hey, go learn that position. You're just impressed on he's a big, strong kid that can run, got good hands, and his arm is a plus. So he's fun to work with for me.
We've been talking defense with you, but how impressive have his at-bats been so far this spring?
You do see everybody in the organization, almost everybody. And, yeah, it's up to you. You know, you're still playing situational baseball, meaning that, you know, and if he can do that, he's going to help us defensively. He's a good defender. And really, you know, he's a guy that can win. You know, he's going to help us win.
Speaking of Marlins, once he was acquired last year after being designated. That's up, and that'll be ball 4. So the Astros do have their first base runner today. Chas McCormick draws his 5th walk of the spring to lead the team. On the ground to short, could be 2. Sanoa to Simon, and Simon takes his time to make the play to Eric Wagaman. Dubon hits it sharply, but grounds into a double play.
Albeit in some different positions this year, and one thing for Guillorme that has him stand out from the rest of those guys is the left-handed bat.
Astros do not have many lefties on their roster. As
his way, but you see him going out there getting up for the 4th time today.
New pitcher is Josh Hader, and the first batter sends one to deep left field. Yordan all the way back in front of the wall. That's a nice play by Yordan Alvarez as Ronnie Simon sent him all the way to the wall and left.
Sense of urgency last year with how the bullpen was used, trying to dig out of an early hole.
This will be Dubon making this play for the 2nd out. Earlier. Now going a little further to take on the Blue Jays in Dunedin. This ball skied high in the air, center field. Mauricio Dubon back on it, still drifting back, That ended up close to 400 feet from home plate. Norby got into that one.
Sinker, slider. The slider is his best pitch. It makes him really tough on right-handed hitters.
Altuve goes after the first pitch, skies it into shallow left field. Coming in and making the play, Heriberto Hernandez. Wiped off the bases on a double play off the bat of Mauricio Dubon. Pena gets it off the end of the bat into left field, and there is the Astros' first hit of the game, Jeremy Pena. Now 7 for 15 this spring, a one-out base runner.
Nice swing right there by Jeremy and have a long at-bat.
Runner going, pitch down. Pena trying to steal his first bag of the spring, and he does. Jeremy picked it up late that the ball was in center field, but at his speed, no chance for Derek Hill to throw him out at third base. That'll be a stolen base and an error. Yordan looking for an RBI. He still doesn't have a run batted in this spring, but he has one now as he sends this one deep to right field. He might have 2 all the way back. It is gone. Yordan Alvarez puts one on the berm in right center field. His first home run of the spring. It's a 2-run shot, and Yordan makes it a 1-run game. It's now 3-2.
There's the big swing from Yordan that we've been waiting to see. He's looking to elevate something, get it out into the outfield, and drive a run in. But with his power and a little bit of Florida wind, that ball ends up on the berm for Yordan.
Big hug between Yordan and Jeremy as Yordan has his first extra base hit of the spring.
You see the big breaking ball stay in the middle of the plate. Yordan's so good at keeping his hands back, keeping his weight back. He waits on those hanging breaking balls and still has a ton of power behind it. And when he catches one on the barrel, it just keeps going and going. It's kind of the last testing ground is Major League Spring Training.
Yainer will take a called third strike there as he looks at a breaking ball for out number 2. August of 2022. Missed the 23 season recovering. Now Zach DeZenzo gets into one straightaway center field, and Zach has gone deep. That ball well up on the berm as the kids fight for that loose ball as Zach DeZenzo hits one out to right center field. 2 batters after Yordan Alvarez. And the Astros have tied the game on a couple of big flies from Yordan and Zach.
That one didn't need any help. Zach DeZenzo got every bit of that ball out to right center. He's so strong and he's got such long levers that he can create a ton of leverage and a ton of power, especially the other way. And if he barrels balls to right center, they've got a good chance to go out.
He can play all 7 positions other than catcher. How about this swing?
Well, he can punish a hanging breaking ball. We saw that in his call-up last year, and it's a slider that just stays over the middle of the plate, but Zach does a good job not getting...
Oh, and smacked on the ground, but right at the second baseman, Ronnie Simon goes down to a knee to make the play for out number 3. But the Astros score 3 runs, 2-run home run by Yordan. Just a hit. He has walked a couple and struck out 2 in his 2 innings of work. Victor Caratini was ready to throw that baseball around the horn. Instead, it is an initial walk. Might have made the team without the injuries, might have opened up some spots for a guy like Rafael Montero. Now, Rafael not helping himself out here today with a couple of walks, but up the middle, and that is going to be past Jeremy Pena. It actually hit the bag. Pena was ready to turn two. Tough break for the Astros and Rafael Montero as that ball hit the bag and scooted into left center field. This will be a good look. You can see where Pena's positioned, and he was just ready to step on the bag and turn two, and all of a sudden the ball with the larger bases ricochets into left center field.
He's really tough on right-handed hitters.
20th pitch of the inning, and Montero picks up a strikeout, getting Hernandez waving. That'll be out number one, the first strikeout for Montero. He'll finish this fifth if he gets to 30 pitches or more. Bennett Sousa is warming up. This one towards the left side of the infield, played there by Victor Caratini on a little tapper. Run is going to score. Eric Wagaman crosses the plate. Runner on second and 2 outs, and that's a called third strike. Catches the outside corner as Montero picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. Leading the team with 5 walks, and he draws number 6. Chas McCormick not leaving the zone this spring. Only has a couple of hits and 13 ABs, but 6 walks will help that. Chas McCormick on first base with nobody out. Chas is going to go, and they have him picked off, and Chas is thrown out by the first baseman, Eric Wagaman. Chas was trying to go, putting the ball in play here, but he puts it in play to the shortstop, who bobbles, and with Mauricio running, no chance. Javier Sanoa did not make that play cleanly.
Of it is just seeing balls off the bat, shagging in batting practice.
We might not be able to have.
I think you need to have both.
We might not be able to keep you very long. There's a, hey, Zach, thanks a lot. Victor Caratini out of the game. The new catcher is Joe Hudson, who's been in the big leagues with a few different teams. And the first batter puts the ball in play, and a little changeup thrown to first base by Bennett Sousa. And a nice play.
Right-handers and left-handers as well.
Pitch misses on 3 and 2, and Sousa walks.
Starting to leverage that deep farm system, going out there on the trade market.
Hey, what a play by Guillorme on a leaping catch. He got up for that one on a line drive. Stowers gets back to first.
This is just a reaction athleticism play. The ball by Norby's hit pretty hard, and Guillorme just one step in a leap, and also the presence of mind to just get rid of it. He didn't
get Derek Hill here to get through the 6th inning. Runner going, and the throw is late. Good jump by Stowers as he picks up a stolen base. 3 innings. Josh Hader for a 1-2-3-4. And Rafael Montero pitched the 5th. This ball hit high and deep to center field. Derek Hill has connected on a home run. Hill, who hit 7 home runs last year in 53 games, hit spring training home run number 2 on the season. And he's now been on base 3 times with 2 hits, a walk, and 3 runs scored as he drives in 2 with a home run to center field.
That right there is the danger of pitching up in the zone. It's a fastball up at the top that Derek Hill beats to the spot. And when you get to it and it's up there, it goes a long way, especially on spring training days in Florida when the wind's blowing out. And that's a nice swing by Derek Hill. You got to be really short.
And now the Marlins have their own. They may have back-to-back home runs, and this ball is also on the berm. This one well up there, almost by the batter's eye in center field. Eric Wagaman, who hit 2 home runs last year for the Angels at the big league level, puts that one deep on the berm in center field, and the Marlins now lead 8-3.
Well, that ball was crushed. That's a fastball down in the zone that Wagaman just compresses on and gets every bit of it. As soon as he hit it, he knew that ball was going to go. And for a guy who's fighting for a bench job on this Miami Marlins team, it's a pretty good resume builder right there.
Man, that was well struck. That was well over 400 feet. Now pitch in. It was a breaking ball that Hicks takes on the elbow.
But you'll get exposed. I'm not a tennis player, a racquetball player, and I get exposed.
Bennett Sousa gets through the inning with a strikeout, but 2-run score on 3-run score on 2 home runs. Shea Whitcomb getting his first at bat. He just took over last half inning for Jose Altuve, and Whitcomb goes down on strike. So Tinoco picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces. Pena into left center field, hit well all the way back. This ball's gone. Jeremy Pena continues his great 2025 spring training at the plate. Pena now 8 for 16. His second home run of the spring. A single, a steal, couple of runs scored. JP3, have yourself a spring training.
Wow. How about that for a two-strike approach? Jeremy Pena with an 0-2 pitch that he just absolutely hammers. It's a hanging breaking ball and just a nice short swing. You can see the balanced position that Jeremy Pena's in. It allows him to just get off a really clean swing as soon as he sees.
Just 19 years old, getting a chance to play big league spring training games, and that ball smoked into center. That'll be a clean hit. Well, Gomez with a single into center field. He's now... Yainer Diaz also wanted a third at bat, and he hits one off the leg of the pitcher Tinoco, barehanded by the shortstop, and the play is made. Good play by Sanoja. Pennant ball. Castro skies one high and deep to left center field. All the way back to the wall, making the play is Derek Hill to end the inning. Castro making a bid for the Astros. Zach Short in at short now for Jeremy Pena, and he's going to get a chance here on 2 big hops on his first play. Short is an outstanding defensive player. Anything hit near him, you think is always going to be an out. Left. Ball hit towards second. Shea Whitcomb gets his first chance of the day. And that's out number 2. So Oker continues his fine hitless spring.
He's shown so far.
Colin Barber in left. I said Gamble was in left. It's Barber who's in left field. That's a fair ball. Oker's going to have a 1-2-3 inning. Only needed 8 pitches. Off the plate, Hudson draws a walk. Oh, Joe Hudson in there for Victor Caratini, a leadoff base runner in the 7th. 3 walks. Quincy hits one the other way. That'll be another base hit for Q. Quincy Hamilton, age 26 season, so this is kind of the year for him to make something happen. Barber sends one to second. Nice play by Simon. A short for 1. No chance for a double play. They get the force on Quincy Hamilton. Moving to third is Hudson. That's in play down the line and left, and that is going to drop in for a fair ball. Astros get 1 run. Here comes the runner to third, Barber. He's going to be held up by Tony Perez-Chica. That's an RBI double by Jesus Bastidas, and the Astros back within 3. It's 8-5. Really good pop for any position, especially a guy who played primarily the middle of the diamond. This ball's in the left field for a base hit. Shea Whitcomb with an RBI single, and the Astros now have an 8-6 game as they score 2 more runs in the inning. Whitcomb picks up an RBI with a clean single in the hole. It's by far the best in the PCL. This ball hit high in the air off the bat of Short, and it will probably not be deep enough to score the run. The shortstop Sanoja makes the play, bluffing a go, and holding at third is going to be Bastidas, and that's the second out of the inning.
It shows a lot of character to go down there and continue working at the end of the season like that.
Shea was off for the last pitch, but it doesn't matter because Gomez strikes out to end the inning. But the Astros get 2. Competition. On we go to the 8th inning. First pitch or second pitch swinging, sending one deep to center field against Logan Van Wy is the right fielder Trimble, and he's out number 1. Got him to go after that 3-2 pitch. That's a nice looking strikeout there for Van Wy for the out number 2. 3-0. 4-pitch walk, so Van Wy issues a 2-out walk. A little bit down, and that is going to be back-to-back walks with 2 outs. This one towards left field, looping in there for a base hit. Around third is Rosario. He's going to score. The throw comes into second base. Joe Mack in his first at bat of the game has a 2-out base hit. Logan Van Wy trying to get through the 8th. That's a called third strike. Van Wy with a little front door slider there, getting a called third.
Spent most of the year between AA and AAA last year, looking to crack the big leagues for the first time.
There's a clean single into center field. So far 3 for 19 with 4 runs scored. Skies this next pitch on the 1-2 offering. On the infield, the second baseman Simon will make the play.
It's off the bench in games that he's not playing because of how good he's been as a pinch hitter. You always have the option of maybe carrying a third catcher.
This is actually. And this ball sent on the ground past Gamble, who was in motion. Played there by Simon. That'll do it for the Astros in the 8th inning. 9-6 Marlins, and the Astros go to another pitcher. And the first pitch from Blair Henley is going to hit the first batter he faces. He is pitcher number 7 for the Astros today. This ball into shallow center field. Coming on is Gomez. He'll play it on a bounce as it drops in front of the young outfielder. Almora Jr. with his first hit of the game. The 6th, and now Blair Henley in the 9th. That'll be a 4-pitch walk, so this is not going the way Blair was planning when he. And Henley picks up a strikeout for out number 1. That was much needed as he leaves. He got 5 at bats today, went 2 for 5. This ball put in the air into right field, deep enough to score a run. Tagging and scoring. It's now a 10-6 game as Harrison Spohn crosses the plate. 5 pitches, so 10 walks in this game to go along with 3 hit by pitches. This ball skied into center field. Pretty well struck off the bat of Rosario. All the way back is Gomez and puts it away right in front of the wall in straightaway center. Nicola at the AA level 38 games. Colin Barber puts the ball in play, and Colin's going to have himself extra bases towards the corner. He's thinking about 3. Barber's going to hold up though with a double as Trimble gets the ball back in. Colin Barber. Pretty good pitch. Bastidas thought it might have been low or off the plate, but close enough for Tom Hanahan, and there's one away in the 9th. And now an 0-2 pitch. Shea thought was up. Again, no challenge system at West Palm Beach, at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. Base with 2 outs in a 10-6 game. And Short tried to hold up. He goes too far, and that'll do it for the Astros on this Sunday afternoon. The Astros dropped this one 10-6 to the Miami Marlins. Despite hitting 3 home runs, the Astros dropped this one at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. We'll be back with our post-game show and game wrap right after this.